and gentlemen, announcing the presence on stage, the very lovely Miss Maria Paz Alberto, TLE Chairwoman, for the welcoming remarks.
Thank you so much, Rex, for coming here, most especially to our dearest and indefatigable Secretary of Tourism, Secretary of Tourism, Cristina Garcia Frasco. And of course, our beloved friend, our esteemed guest, and my beloved Secretary, Jaime Bautista, who has been cutting the ribbon from Expo 1. So, he's a mainstay. He's a part of the family of Travel Madness. Anyway, I would like to thank all my friends, our partners, our airline partners, suppliers and all that, for supporting Travel Madness. This is our 12th Travel Madness. It has not been easy. Every year we're encountering challenges, especially now that we have the global wars, global uncertainties. But still, I believe that Filipinos will travel, no matter what. As we say, we have 12 reasons why we travel. And of course, for me, if I may discuss, the most important part of traveling is learning more about the culture of other countries, learning more about the beauty of our own country. As people say, huwag tayo maging foreigners sa ating sariling bansa. So it's very important that all of us should enjoy and visit all the 7,641 islands which was discovered by Secretary. It's not 7,100, it's 7,641. So again, thank you so much. And discussing the best and most important reason for me is for Filipinos to bond with their friends, with their families. After the pandemic, we have seen so much demand for travel. Why? Because we all survived the pandemic, right? The value of life has never been as important as after the pandemic. So we save a little money, travel anywhere in the Philippines, travel anywhere in the world. And again, may I send my deepest gratitude to our NTOs, JNTO, KTO, Taiwan Tourism, HKTV. And I would say that these top destinations of Filipinos are frequent requests of our own passengers. Why? Because you're very close, it's very affordable. But again, to all the suppliers here and to all the airlines, to all our hotel resort partners, thank you very much. And of course, our sponsors, to BPI, Malaysian Airlines and our national carrier, Philippine Airlines, HKTV, and every one of you who prayed for our success. Honestly, Secretary, I had the novena from St. Clair. I said, give us a good sunny weather for 1 week. But it was raining, right? It was raining for the past so many days. And typhoons, in fact. I sent a message to Mother Superior. I said, Mother Superior, I think the Lord needs your prayers, not just a novena. So here we are, we have a fantastic weather. And again, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Secretary, for raising the occasion again. And I hope you get the best deals during this Travel Madness 2025. Thank you very much.
Sabre, Power Max Center, and TDO.com. In just a short while, we'll be
Good morning, everyone. Mayong buntag kaninyong tanan. I am delighted to join all of you today to mark the 12th Travel Madness Expo, an institution in the Philippine tourism landscape that has strengthened the firmament of Philippine tourism, both inbound and outbound. And so I would like to begin by expressing my sincerest congratulations and constant support for somebody who has always been there, a pillar of our tourism industry, and a constant fount of optimism and hope for Philippine tourism, Dr. Maria Paz Alberto. Congratulations, as well as the entire team of Travel Innovators. We're joined by former Secretary, my good friend, Jimmy Bautista, Mayor Emmy Calixto Rubiano of Pasay City, represented by Ms. Leslie Calixto Rubiano, our friends from our national tourism organizations, President Arjun Shroff of Philtoa, President Florence Rivera of NITAS, Executive Director Bong Benzon of FOA, Mike Albania of SMX, Undersecretary Kokoy Humapao and other officials of the DOT, as well as our friends from all over the world, officials of other tourism organizations, IATA, partners, sponsors, and exhibitors. Our friends from the media who are here, mga kaigsunan kong Pilipino. Since Travel Madness started over a decade ago, it has evolved into more than a marketplace. It has become a dynamic force to inspire the dreams of travelers, create meaningful partnerships, and serve as a vital bridge for the traveling public to the rest of the Philippines and the rest of the world. All of us gathered here today represent a collective aspiration, not just to travel, but to contribute meaningfully. For tourism, after all, is no longer just a leisurely exercise. Rather, and especially for our country, tourism is a source of hope and livelihood for millions and millions of Filipinos. Nowhere has that been better expressed than the latest report of the Philippine Statistics Authority, which indicates that tourism now contributes nearly 9% of our country's gross domestic product, accounting for nearly 14% of the entire national workforce. And that is why the work that our partners in the tourism industry do, from our tourism organizations, our airline partners, our hotel and resort operators, our small and medium enterprises, and especially our travel agents and tour operators, is one of vital importance. For your work is part of the continuing and ever-evolving story of the building of our nation. As you continue to support the landscape of the Philippine tourism industry, you continue to support the livelihood of our fellow Filipinos. Our task in the Department of Tourism has been challenging, to say the least. For tourism is an extremely competitive landscape that is not only engaged in the business of promotion, but rather in the business of building the right foundation. The Philippines stands at the cusp of transformation. In no way is there an automatic cure for the ails and the challenges that we face as a country, but the work of transformation has begun. The task given to me by the President when he appointed me as Secretary in 2022 was one that was extraordinary. For to his mind, he no longer wanted to just provide a landscape of recovery for the Philippines, but one that would see our country arise in the eyes of the world. Not in terms of being a one-dimensional destination, but in terms of being a multi-dimensional Philippine tourism powerhouse. One that stands on the strength of our culture, our identity, and the depth of the Filipino strength of spirit. That is why, under the Department of Tourism, our task has been enormous, as it has also been fully devoted to the cause of building our nation. We crafted the National Tourism Development Plan, confronting challenges that have plagued the tourism industry for far too long. First of which is infrastructure. Ours is a country that is unique in terms of archipelagic nature, which would see the Philippines not necessarily shoulder to shoulder with their ASEAN neighbors who enjoy international landlocked borders. And so the challenge for us is to ensure the elevation of the quality of our airport infrastructure, one that has begun with the privatization of the NAIA airports and continues with the expansion and construction of regional gateways across the country. Second is the liberalization of our visa policies. We have seen the recent announcement of the lifting of visa requirements for Indian nationals as well as Taiwanese nationals coming into the Philippines. These are policy shifts that are long overdue and are finally being implemented under the Marcos administration. Moreover, us Filipinos who have had the opportunity to travel the vast expanse of our country know that there's so much that our island destinations have to offer. Yet, accessibility continues to be a challenge, which is why, working with the Department of Public Highways under the Marcos administration, over 700 kilometers of roads leading to tourist destinations have been constructed since 2022. One of the most basic yet neglected needs to and across our tourism destinations, and which travelers have complained about incessantly for decades, is the lack of clean and decent restrooms. That task we have begun to accomplish by the building of tourist rest areas across the country. We are now on the road to 100 tourist rest areas across Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, even as we strengthen the tourism infrastructure, quality, and offerings of our destinations through the Tourism Champions Challenge, where local government units present their proposals, community-based tourism initiatives with the support of TIAZA to ensure that tourists that go to our destinations are welcomed with quality tourism infrastructure. Even then, the challenge of connectivity continues for the country, which is why we are grateful for the work of our partners in the airline and aviation industry, with whom we continue to work to expand connectivity to the Philippines. And so we have seen inaugural flights from Canada, Paris, soon from India and other destinations across the globe. Our President has also recently implemented policy directions that will ensure that the Philippines continues to be competitive as a tourism destination. One of which is the passage of the VAT refund scheme for non-resident tourists, which will be implemented by the Department of Finance in the months to come, as well as the signing of an executive order for a digital nomad visa to ensure that the Philippines continues to be a competitive destination for long-stay travelers. Even then, we have also continued the work through our attached agency, the Philippine Retirement Authority, to attract long-stay retirees to the Philippines, proving that the Philippines is a safe destination and one that continues to attract travelers from all over the world. I assure our friends and partners from the tourism industry that the work, though it may be challenging, continues. In less than 3 years since serving as your Tourism Secretary, I've had the opportunity to visit all the regions of the Philippines, as well as nearly 3/4 of our 82 provinces across the country. And I can see that there is still so much work to be done. But it is by no means the work of government alone. The work of nation building is one that requires the collective effort, passion, persistence, and perseverance of our countrymen and our friends who continue to push for Philippine tourism. And so I thank you for your support. I urge your continued collaboration, and I assure you that the work that has begun will continue. We look forward to a very successful Travel Madness Expo as our fellow Filipinos avail of travel package deals across the Philippines and outbound to ensure that we continue to support the work of our small and medium enterprises that form the foundation of the Philippine tourism industry. Once again, I congratulate Travel Innovators, Ma'am Baz, as well as all the partners and sponsors of Travel Madness Expo, and I wish everyone continued success as together we push for the success of our beloved country, the Philippines. Daghang kayong salamat kaninyong tanan.
Thank you very much for the Department of Tourism, the Honorable Secretary, Rosina Garcia Frasco. Year 12, going out to the Honorable Secretary from the Department of Tourism, Secretary Rosina Garcia Frasco. Take a look at that very beautiful gift. Thank you so much to the DOT Secretary for joining us here today for that wonderful message. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Paz Alberto.
Hello. Hello, friends. I thought of giving something to our beloved secretary. It was so difficult for me to find something that she doesn't have. When I saw this painting, it just shows the value of Bayanihan spirit among Filipinos. We survived the pandemic, we have been surviving, we are thriving because of the spirit of Bayanihan among the Filipino people. So, cheers to the Filipino people. I love the Philippines.
Wonderful token of appreciation indeed from Travel Innovators Incorporated and Travel Madness Expo. Thank you, Ms. Maria Paz Alberto. And of course, thank you so much to the Department of Tourism's Honorable Secretary, Rosina Garcia Frasco.